Alright, guys, welcome to First and Goal. I'm your host, Flavo Mariano, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. Alright, guys, so, man, oh man. Sam Darnold. He may never, ever, with the way that he's performing right now, allow Adam Gase to ever get a job in the NFL. And I'm okay with that. For what Sam Darnold is doing in Carolina, in North Carolina, I would have thought that, okay, the way that they're starting, but 300 yards passing against the Houston Texans. Now, I understand that the Houston Texans, they don't have Deshaun Watson right now for obvious reasons, which that's something I'm not going to talk about, okay? But Sam Darnold ended up throwing 23 for 34, all right? 23 completions out of 34 attempts, 304 yards, all right? And he had no Christian McCaffrey after the first quarter. Targeting, and this is what I'm saying, like, you have to give him weapons because this is something that the Jets just simply did not do. And in Sam Darnold's 3 years in New York, because he had the potential, and I saw him with my own two eyes, all right, what he was able to do at USC, all right? But the thing is that you have to give these guys an opportunity to at least succeed. And the Jets did not do that. And Adam Gase, all right, the worst coach in football, all right? The one that, Mike McCagnon ended up giving, Darnold opportunities by getting him, Le'Veon Bell. He had a defense with led by Jamal Adams. You had the Leonard Williams of the world. You had the Sheldon Richardsons of the world. You had the Muhammad Wilkersons of the world. All right? And I get that. But Adam Gase, man, I don't think he can ever get an NFL coaching job. Because Darnold is 3-0. All right? How is he 3-0? Under Matt Rule's tutelage. Who Matt Rule at one point was going to be the Jets head coach. But the Johnson family. They're not the Tish family. They're not the Mara family, which that's the Giants ownership. They wanted to pick out Matt Rule's assistant coaches, and Matt Rule was like, "No, I'm not gonna let you guys do that." All right, that's something what the Lakers, yes, because that's why I'm bringing it up. The Lakers ended up doing with Luke Walton. Okay, they picked out his head coaches. All right, one reason why I believe it was Ty Lue did not go there when he had the opportunity to. Okay, but going back into football, because that's what we're talking about over here. Matt Rule had the opportunity to go with the Jets, and glad he did not let these people pick his assistant coaches, and he went to Carolina, and he established a foundation. He has Christian McCaffrey, all right? You got your running back, all right? Your pass catcher from the backfield. Now you insert Sam Darnold, who could be there for the next 10 to 15 years, all right? And you have weapons. You have some rapport with Robbie Anderson, who was your wide receiver for 2 years when you were at the New York Jets, all right? And you see what he's ended up doing. You have DJ Moore, who's your other wide receiver, okay? DJ Moore on Thursday Night Football, 8 receptions, 126 yards, no touchdowns. Understandable, okay? Robbie Anderson had 1 reception for 8 yards. Okay, fine. But look what he's playing with. Terrence Marshall, Tommy Tremble, okay? Throwing for almost 300 yards. Chuba Hubbard, okay? Alex Eckerson, Dan Arnold, okay? Royce Freeman. Those are the people that he's passing to, okay? They're not the who's who, right? Like what Tom Brady has in Tampa Bay, okay? But yet he's still finding ways to get his team to win ball games, okay? They ended up winning a substantial amount of 24-9, which is great against, the pathetic, Houston Texans, who somehow got a win, all right? And yet the Jets still haven't even gotten a single win. They're 0-3. They stink, okay? I get it with Zach Wilson, you're going to have growing pains, but all they did was just turn back the clock. They did not want to offer Sam Darnold that 5th year. When Darnold got traded towards Carolina, the Panthers was like, all right, we're going to pick up your 5th year option. That's how much confidence they have in Sam Darnold. And it just shows you why the Jets, they're a pathetic franchise. They can't get stuff right. All right, I'm afraid that I believe that they got the quarterback, for the future. All right, because Zach Wilson has a lot of tools. Okay, I personally do think that Wilson may have a brighter upside than Sam Darnold, but I also do believe that Zach Wilson, he needs the right coaching staff. And it's a little bit too green, a little bit too early for us to find out if Robert Saleh is that guy, okay? But what Sam Darnold has at his disposal with Christian McCaffrey, who's going to be out for a couple weeks, okay? Really going to hurt my fantasy football team. But you have, a dependable coach who at least built up an organization, built up a program at Baylor, who was rock bottom at one point, okay? And then was able to have them contend for high ranking bowl competition games. And look what he's doing right now with the Panthers. You had Teddy Bridgewater last year. You got him going, to a different team. You got him going to Denver. Now you bring in Sam Darnold, and look what he's at right now. He's building. Matt Rule is building up the program. He's building up the program, and sure enough, within a couple years, Sam Darnold, he still has the ability. I personally feel like he has the ability to be like somebody of like a Matt Ryan. Take you to a Super Bowl, maybe even win you a Super Bowl, okay? And has those tools right there. But it looks kind of bad for the Jets right now because of the fact that Darnold is doing really good. Zach Wilson got some growing pains. 4 interception games over here, getting sacked, running for his life. I get it. He doesn't have Mekhi Becton. But this falls back on the Jets ownership. Falls back on Adam Gase, falls back on Mike Maccagnan, and sure enough, I just don't think that maybe Mike Maccagnan might get a job in the future, but definitely not Adam Gase. Going 1-15, just don't see that happening whatsoever. Don't see it happening. But yeah, that's just my take over there. The Jets, on the other hand, they got blown out 26-0 at Mile High in Denver, Colorado, against the Denver Broncos. Zach Wilson, 19 completions out of 35 attempts, 160 yards, 2 interceptions. Okay, Corey Davis looked like that was his best target. 5 receptions for 41 yards. He had Keelan Cole for 2 receptions for 30 yards. Braxton Berrios 2 receptions for 26 yards. He was distributing the ball, but just none of these guys were getting enough yardage, after the catch. And just the defense definitely got tired. They have a good defense, but led by CJ Mosley. But when your offense is not producing enough, it's just not going to allow your defense to, constantly get back in there and, give yourself an opportunity. Zach Wilson's just still very young, but I feel like the road to getting a win is going to get tougher and tougher, just because after this, they got the Titans. Then they got the Falcons, which, I don't know, the Falcons were able to upset the Giants right there. The Patriots, the Bengals on Halloween, the Colts, the Bills. It might get tough, but who knows? But yeah, guys, that's just my take right there. All right, thank you for tuning in to First and Goal. Should Adam Gase get another opportunity, or should he not? Am I being out of proportion with this type of stuff? And what do you think? Did the Jets screw this up by trading Sam Darnold, or it was right for them to trade Darnold and then recycle the time clock for Zach Wilson? Until then, guys, I'm your host, Flavo Rihanna, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys for week 4. Until then, peace, guys, and have a good week. See ya.